Greetings, everybody. Welcome to the Bot Signal. My name is RJ Redden, and on the Bot Signal, we talk all about engagement marketing. Today, QR codes, baby. QR. Now, if you've heard of QR codes, but you don't quite know what they are, allow me to be of assistance at this time. Let's see here. We're going to put this up and I'm going to disappear and show you that's a QR code. This is what I'm going to talk about for this particular episode. That is something that you can scan and go to. You can store in a lot of information in this particular little box. A lot of times people store websites. So you scan that and your phone will take you to a website. You can also store contact information, ton of information. You can send a text. There's a lot of things that you can store in there. So for purposes of demo, that is exactly what that thing is that I'm talking about. Now, they're making a huge comeback. Why? Because they are a form of touchless interactions. Okay, so as you know, unless you've been in a coma and you just woke up, the Rona has changed our society just a little bit. Okay. No longer are we, even going outside at this point. I know I'm not. I'm being safe, baby. But yeah, when we do go, go places, travel, eat at certain places, these QR codes are starting to pop up everywhere because of the touchless interaction. The restaurant menus of before are now being replaced with these QR codes because you can scan it. Most everybody has a phone. You can scan that bad boy and order, from your phone. You don't have to go any. You don't have to touch a menu that a ton of other people have touched, because, of course, spreading disease is really easy with restaurant menus. So we're being replaced with QR codes. Now they're being replaced kind of everywhere. I would imagine that when we go to conferences and things, when events get rolling again, that there will be a lot less business cards and a lot more QR codes because of the same deal. A business card is in effect a little germ factory, maybe. You never know. And people are going to far favor these touchless interactions just because of the, we're also much more conscious now. We're also much more conscious of disease and germs and spreading of, right? So, interestingly enough, these QR codes can also be used really well for interactivity. Yay! Because you can store so much information in there, because you can lead them directly to a website interaction. And notice I said interaction. You can totally just store your website in there, but those are boring. Why not create something fun and interactive for them? Yes, you should. Anyway, this is kind of a little gateway for us. QR codes have actually been around a long time. But the deal is people did not really catch on to them. So I think about 10 years ago was the first time that I saw a QR code. And the very first place that I saw a QR code was actually my university library. They were putting QR codes on some of the, some of the aisle headers, where they usually have this decimal to this decimal. They also had a QR code there. And I thought to myself, oh, how lovely, new technology. Because, it's like my birthday whenever I get new technology. But Also, I thought, how long before these books are obsolete? How long before it takes just scanning a code to check out a book? And reading it on a device. So I thought, because I'm a technology geek, that QR codes were going to catch on and replace a lot of the handheld stuff that we use. I was wrong. I was wrong. I'm always thinking this technology's, is the shiz is going to change everything. And sometimes I'm right, but a lot of times I'm wrong because I tend to think that too much. QR codes didn't really catch on. People didn't really understand what to do with them or why to scan. Now, you'll notice that a lot of advertising has got these in them. If you do go to a restaurant and you want to know exactly what your ketchup is made of, hey, it's important to some folks. You can scan a QR code on the bottle. You can scan a QR code just about, on just about anything. It's a lot of stuff. A lot of them are on food, just because there are people with allergies out there, and people who have special diet requirements. So that's an easy thing to put on a label. But it's also a super easy thing to put on any sort of print advertisement. So this is, this is kind of the future, I think. This is QR codes are they're making that comeback because now there's a reason for you to have that instead of a physical card, instead of a physical menu, instead of a physical thing that could possibly, spread some disease or something like that. Now we're going to have a lot more touchless entry points into our business. You know what that is? That's awesome. It's awesome because now, instead of saying, hey, go to my website and check it out, which, you're never going to catch me saying that. But I am going to say, hey, scan this and you'll go on a little adventure. Scan this and you'll get a little calculator or a scorecard that'll calculate, this exact thing for you and tell you where you need to go next. All of the things, all of the possibilities that opens up. You can have an interactive demo of your stuff just by, here, scan this thing. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of possibilities out there. And this is, one of the few bright points of Rona, is this right here, that you can now get people into your stuff, particularly if it's interactive, and get them to know your business sooner than if you had, just written your website on a banner or something like that. I've been using these for a while. Of course I have, darling. You know that I have, because that's just me. There are some fancy things that you can do to QR codes as well. And in terms of style, in terms of those types of things, which is kind of cool. You can put your logo in there. You can change the colors. It doesn't have to be black and white. You can make it a little gradient like I did on the example that I showed a little while back. You can do a whole lot of stuff there, which is cool. You can also, there are some QR code places that will let you do, that let you get, show them you give them, upload your logo, and it will turn that logo into a QR code. So lots of things available to us, which is great because that will stand out, right? That will stand out. Here, scan this, and it's, a cute picture of your logo transformed into a QR code. That one is called QR Studio, and that one is available. That one's comes at a cost. I make a lot of mine on QR Code Monkey, which will make it at no cost. But some of those free services like that, there's a difference. There's a couple of kinds of QR codes out there. There's the static type, which means your QR code will be generated and it will link to, or it will contain, one piece of information that will never change. Some of the QR codes that I put out a couple of years ago will still lead to the same exact place. And so some people are now coming up with what they call dynamic QR code services, which is I can go back and change the link in that QR code if I want. I can go back and change the piece of information that people are getting if I want to. So it's very interesting. This world now, there's a lot more focus on this 10-year-old technology that is enjoying this resurgence through, just the fact that we need to stop passing around a whole lot of, materials and paper and everything else. It's enjoying a resurgence, and it's an opportunity for us. If you've got a bot, if you've got a bot in ManyChat, ManyChat has a place in there where it will generate the QR code for you, which is very nice. I tend to use different ones. I used to do a QR code right to a Messenger bot, but the problem is they've got to be signed into Messenger. Another problem, and most people are, but the people who tend not to be signed in also don't remember their password. And then they're disappointed that they didn't get the special little thing that you had for them, that special freebie. So now that other systems are available, I will tend to QR code to a bot that is off of Messenger. Doesn't need you to be signed into anything. You just need to have an internet connection that'll bring up a web page, and that is all you need on those types of things. So QR code to bot, I definitely go outside Messenger, but you might want to, stay in Messenger. Just know this. If you're speaking in front of a crowd and there's a ton of people there, they will, there will be 3 or 4 that will hand you their phones later and say, I can't get to it. Can you help me get to it? And then you will need to be patient and stand there and either help them get to it, or they'll hand you their phone sometimes. So that will happen. Also be aware that if you are doing this in a situation that is not a live situation, if this is a QR code that you just put out there on the internets, on a social post or something like that, if you are hooked to Messenger, the same thing will happen to you, that the person needs to be signed into Messenger. If they're not signed in, they need to sign in, which means they need to remember their password. And even if they are signed in and everything is correct, if they're not yet attached to your bot, they'll get that get started page that is so confusing to everyone in the world. So just be really, really aware, and you might want to investigate. You might want to investigate TrueChat, Landbot, and Gati, one of those that will do a bot that is away from Messenger. So this is an interesting topic for my birthday. Hello. Not sure how to use a QR code for my company. Teresa, is that you? And if it's not, could you just, whoever wrote that, write your name in the comments and then tell me what your company does so that I can tell you, give you some ideas on what a QR code might be able to do for you. The biggest thing that, and I'll just cover this while we're waiting for that remark. the biggest thing that a QR code can do in my perspective, and this is just my perspective, is lead to a freebie. Lead to a freebie and lead to an interactive freebie if you possibly can get one. A contest, a giveaway, tour, a demo tour, video, something that causes them to interact and gets, an interactive demo. That's the coolest thing. Yes, it is weird that it won't show my name. Oh yeah, you have to do a special thing, I think now. I don't know what's going on, but Teresa, so how could you use one for your educational business? So, what's your freebie right now? Do you have a freebie? Do you have a little, in the olden days, it was a brochure. But now no one reads and no one wants one. So here was nobody wants more paper, people. What kind of a freebie do you have? Can you set up a freebie delivery in a bot? Or can you set up a freebie delivery that is on a landing page? S. Paul Mooring. Hey, gotta run, but thanks for the info. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Paul. Remember QR codes, my friend. They're going to be very important to us in the future. Okay, so Teresa, you have a call, you have videos. Can you happy Thursday. Hey, Javier, happy Thursday to you. I have lists, lots of stuff. Excellent. So with a QR code, then, Teresa, you can lead to a freebie. You can lead to one of those freebies. If you've got that freebie on a landing page, if you've got that freebie in a bot, if you've got that freebie in it as an interactive experience, those are the best. Those are the best because it's a time for money thing, right? Remember this, my friends, and say it after me if you can, if you're in a private place where you can just repeat things out loud. Other people's time is a privilege. It's a privilege, not a right. They are going to choose to spend their time on something interactive that will tell them something way faster than they will spend the time to scan a PDF. Promise. I promise you. Please do think of that when you are, if you're interested in getting into these QR codes, gosh, it's free. You can find a free QR code generator on the internet like in 3 seconds if you Google it. I use QR code monkey because it allows you to do some fun stuff like adding logos and ingredients and things like that because I'm a geek and I have the power, so why not use it? But you can, QR codes are nothing, and you can print them on banners, on paper, on cards, on absolutely anything. It's a privilege to get someone's attention. Yes, it is, Javier, because time and focus. Okay. I read this a long time ago, probably about 5-6 years ago, but that's the most precious thing that we have. Where we're going to focus our attention. People think of it like this a lot of times. People think of it like a race and a fight to get someone's attention. I have a different perspective on that. For me, if my stuff is interesting, if someone has evaluated within a few seconds that this might be an interesting thing to take a look at, then they're in my circle for that 1 minute. How can I provide something valuable and fun now, right now? How can I do this? Right now, we're on a live stream. We can converse, ask questions, do all of the things. And we do. We do that every day at 10 a.m. Central here on the Bot Signal. But how can we provide something that really brings people in and lets people get to know us and provides them something valuable at the same time? If you can do that, you can show them first off, before they've even really memorized your name, that you respect them. Interactive marketing, engagement marketing, chatbots, all of these things, it hit me over the head when I was in my first chatbot. It was provided by Bot Academy at the time, and I was in a chatbot before you knew it. I was having a conversation, and it asked me to make a choice, and I made a choice, and I thought to myself, this this is how we're missing people because we're not respecting them. We're giving everyone the same message. We're shoving products and services down people's throats in order to try to stand out from the crowd. We are sending things to the wrong name. We are missing the ticket because we're not respecting people. It's all about providing that respect, and it's all about providing value as soon as we absolutely can. In your freebie, make sure that the value is not hard to get to. Please don't make people jump through a hoop to get to the good stuff. Okay. Could I do a code for a free challenge? Yes, you absolutely could. I have produced codes for my QR codes for my clients to get people into challenges, 5-day challenges. EmpowerBot for my client Jane Empowers. Have done that plenty of times for her. She's got a 5-day, an evergreen 5-day challenge. She's also got a couple of assessments out there that help people figure out, what kind of coding profile that they are. It's a sales personality test basically that she does for people. And so providing QR codes to get into an assessment, a scorecard, a calculator, a contest. Yes, all day, every day, and you can do it free. You heard it here. Yeah, 5 days what I'm working on. Good. Javier says it has a very good conversion rate on their website. Very good, Javier. Gotta say I love it. That's wonderful. So there we are. You can produce these things. These things can be the entry to anything, An interactive video experience where you choose your own adventure. They're out there, people. Check Typeform. They have a good one. Any of the things that I've mentioned before. Think about this. Think about this as we move to, hopefully someday, post-corona world where we're touching things a lot less and scanning things with our phones a whole lot more. That's an opportunity for you out there, entrepreneurs. Anything that you print, anything that if you go to events and you table at events, anything you table with, all of those things, and your digital media, because I can whip my phone out and scan from a screen now. So why wait? I've seen it on all kinds of printed stuff, but digital media as well. It absolutely works. You can scan from a screen to a screen. So think about where you can use those QR codes. Come back and report to me when you have a few of those planted around, and we'll see how they're doing. I'm planting around a few of mine as well, because just wanna play in that area. And that's about it for me today. We're going to wrap it up. By the way, 1 week from today, I will not be going on the air because I have a full day live event. Yep, it's free. Let me type in the comments there. I've got a couple of links for you. I've got a link to sign up. I've got a link to sign up. And I've also got a link for a giveaway. The sign up is free. The giveaway is if you want to win 2 VIP tickets. VIP tickets are cool and worth it because we get to network and have Q&A on the night before the event. So you get to meet some people before the event, exchange some information and do some things. You also get a couple of other perks, but that's the main one, to tell you the truth. And, having your questions answered right there by me. And also you get to put some questions in for things that you deeply want to learn on the workshop the next day. So that's really all from me today. Just wanted to say, hey, just wanted to say thank you. And tomorrow, as always, is Friday. Fridays on the Bot Signal, my favorite day of the week, because we get to celebrate all your wins. So, brothers, sisters, all coordinates in between, come back 10 o'clock Central tomorrow. Wherever you're watching me from now, you can watch me from there too, and bring your wins. Big, small, business, personal, I do not care. If it's able to be put out on the internet, we will celebrate for and with you on our show tomorrow. So come on back. Thanks for coming today, and I'll see you in a bot.